Okay, so next we are back in that left-hand menu and now clicking on elements. And here you have a whole load of graphics, shapes, images, and absolutely everything. Some really beautiful illustrations in here. It's a case of really rummaging through and seeing what you can find. I'm going to show you some basic bits for now that you can apply to any design later on. So first up, this square, and you'll see when you click on it, it adds to your design, but it'll just default to a color that you've used before. But you can change this, so don't worry. Click and drag the corners to resize. And you'll see the cursor flashing in the middle, meaning that you can type here. So again, we are experimenting, just type anything you want, highlight the text, and back to the top menu, you can change the font style, increase the font size, press the plus, or click on the number and choose. If you then click the A with the rainbow colors beneath, you will then get your text color option. So go ahead and choose a color. And this looks awful, so let's change the background color too. Let's go for blue, as this complements our orange text. Again, move around and resize. Back to the menu on the left, click on the cross to exit out of the colors and then back to elements. And this time let's click on the circle and the cursor is in the middle, so let's add text to this. Highlight and go to the top menu, change the font. Click on the shape and change the background color. Highlight and change the font color. Remember, we do that with the A and the rainbow at the top. This time doing the same blue and orange but inverted. And the same actions apply to resize. Click and drag from the corners. And now let's just take a look at some other options in here. Another menu to explore, this time scrolling across the top in the elements. And remember again, guys, that this is just for experimenting and exploring purposes only. I'm not going to use this post, just pretty much seeing what we can do with what's available to us. So scrolling across, going to click on paper, and there are a bunch of options in here that we just don't have access to right now. You can see the crown is on many of these. And I'm going to click to see more, and let's have a look. This one we can use, click on it and add to the design, move it around. So back to the menu, and you'll see that because we clicked on paper, this category is now added to the search bar. So from here, whatever you click on next will give you options relating to paper. So at the minute we are in photos. I'm going to go ahead and click on lined paper, and now there's more options. And here we have graphics of lined paper. So we don't really want any of these. So just going to click the cross to remove this. And let's type in leaves. Let's see what we get. And again, a load of options appear. Let's click see all. There's some beautiful illustrations in here. I like these lined drawn ones. So going to click and put it on the paper background, and it looks nice, like a drawing in an old notebook. So resize and move around, and you'll see some guidelines pop up. You can use these to make sure that your elements are in line and straight. And again, just play around. Move, rotate by clicking and holding and moving the circular arrows. And you can go to the top menu, click flip, and choose to flip the image horizontally or vertically. So just going to flip and rotate. It looks nice. But again, just experimenting. And so I'm actually going to trash can and delete. And right, let's see what else. Let's click on arrow. Select, click on the color option and make this orange. Rotate, move, resize. Play around with the composition. Let's resize this text. We can change the background color by clicking on the background and then color options. Again, not using this for real, just playing around with it. Now let's make space to try something else. So I'm going to click and drag so I highlight all these elements. This selects them all at the same time and I can move these to the top corner. Now let's go to the left menu and click on text. And your first three options are bold and large for a heading, a little smaller and semi-bold for subheading, and smaller again, regular text for the main body text. So let's just type something in here with these options. I'm going to move these to the side using the guides to help me. Remember, the font styles are up at the top, so highlight and pick one. Change the colors. And actually, I want these staggered, so just moving around. And that'll do. And let's see some of the ready-to-use text options in here. Some of these are pretty fun. And again, there's just so many. And this one is cool, so I'll click and it'll add to the design. Resize. And remember, you can highlight more than one element and move them at the same time. So just rearranging and moving some of these around. And back to this pre-made one. These words are grouped, so if I want to edit each one, I will need to ungroup first. Click, highlight the word, and type in what I want. Going to drag it out and move it over. Retype in here. Highlight and reduce the text size. Move it up and across, get it in line. And last one. Highlight and move them all together, and nice, done. Okay, next, add page. Let me show you a couple more things that you can do with text. I'm going to change the background color, click the cross to get rid of the color menu, and click on text. Go to the bold heading and click, and type your message. Now I need to cross out of this menu, click on the text layer, and now I can see the whole top menu above. Lots of clicking in and out of menus and on and off of layers, but you'll get used to it. Now you see my text is in lowercase, but I want to see it all in capitals, so I'm going to click this lowercase, uppercase option, and text color. Let's see the blues against the orange. And yep, the dark one is the best. And click on the cross to get out. And click on the text layer and the top menu comes back. And I'm going to click on Effect. And now a whole load more options. Let's click on the shadow. And here you can play with the transparency of the shadow, how blurred it is. Let me zoom in and show you. So this shadow is blue, and you can see the circle here with the color in. And there are many more options below. This funky glitch, it's like the old 3D glasses, it's pretty cool. Neon glow, not so great with the colors here, but might be good with other color palettes. But anyway, back to regular shadow for now, and cross out. Right, moving this up, and I want the subheading option. I'm just typing anything for now. You're not here for copy inspiration, guys. Don't copy me with this text. But this is what we are going to do. So click on the layer, back to the top, and click on effects again, and come down to this curved option. And that looks fun. Move it, resize, play around, do what you like. And next, go to animate, and see here you can play around with animation options. There is a lag in this recording, so they'll all look the same. But please just take a look for yourself. Some of them are quite fun. Others look a little bonkers, but you probably won't use them. But again, good to practice and see what your options are. So lastly, let's align this to the center. And if you don't want any of these animations, then just remove by clicking here at the bottom. And that's it. See you in the next one.